Ooh, that looks tasty. Welcome, folks. Today the Hungry Gamer is back with the November monthly menu, and I know we're part of the way through December. That's completely my fault because I wound up with being about 1 week behind or so a couple months ago, and then another few days behind the next month, and then suddenly I'm halfway through December, and I almost just didn't do it. And figured I'll catch up later, but I said, no, that's lamer than my reasoning for why it's late, so I'm going to jump in, I'm going to do it, especially because last month I really thought I was going to get to all 5 of the games I really wanted to play in November, and so we'll see if I actually did it. And I will also do a 5 games I hope I'm going to play over the next few weeks. And then come the beginning of the new year, I'll come back again with the December monthly menu, which really won't have been for the whole month, but it'll actually be all year. What games did I play the most for the entire year in 2020? And so that's kind of what we got going, and then we'll kind of start back into the normal cycle of things. But here is the exciting stuff. Did I do it? I said 5 games. I want to play these 5 games. Did I make it? And the first one on the list was Alter Quest. That's been on for a couple months in a row because I was super excited about it. Yes, it showed up. I played an entire campaign, plus half of a generic campaign, plus a couple of encounters. I played a ton of Alter Quest. I painted some of it. Really enjoyed my time with it. The next one was Heroes of Tennefer. And again, yes, I played it. The expansion material came in, and again, I really enjoyed it. It was everything I hoped the expansion would be. I definitely got that to the table as well. The next one was Gloomhaven Jaws of the Lion. Did I play? Yes, I actually played 3 or 4 games, put it away, and I'm still enjoying it. I'm looking to potentially finish the entire storyline before the new year. Maybe I can ship it off to somebody as a late Christmas gift or something like that. The next one was the Stygian Society, a fantasy abstract combat game where you have a cube tower that you're dropping cubes in the whole time, and I hadn't really gotten to try it out much, well, if at all, but I did. I got back to it. I played, I believe, 3 games of it, and that's a charming game. I'm still kind of figuring out what I think about it. I'll probably do a video at some point, but it's a charming game, and I would definitely go back to it and try it again at some point. And then the last one on my hope to play in November, beginning of December, was Salvation Road. Now that was an interesting one that I just picked up because the designer is a buddy of mine, and I thought, well, I should support him and his design habit. And so I did. I picked it up. I didn't know exactly what to expect, and I was pleasantly surprised. I had a review of that post, I believe, yesterday or the day before. I'm not quite sure. I'm actually filming this the day before the review is supposed to post, but I'm not sure when this is going to post, so sometime recently I posted my review of that game as well. Now, let's jump into what did I play the most last month. And if you've been following the channel, you know I just recently put my list of the top 5 games of the year, and part of my picking which one was my game of the year was going back and playing all of them again. So I actually almost skipped this part completely because it would be kind of lame if the entire list was just my list of the games of the year. But it wasn't, so I do think that's interesting, and is very interesting to me, the game that snuck in and knocked one of those 5 games out. But here we go. We'll jump in, and going in no particular order. Again, as always, the 5 games I played the most last month were, first, Alter Quest, which shouldn't be a surprise based on what I just told you. Played a whole bunch of this one. Campaign game, definitely worth checking out. Next, again, moving in the no surprise, Guildmaster. Now, I didn't actually get to play this in the physical form because right now I'm by myself in the house, but I played this a ton on Tabletopia. Really digging this one. Next, in the continuing of the overlapping lists, we have Court of Miracles. I played a whole bunch of this with the solo mode. I played a whole bunch of it on Tabletopia with some other people who have now since asked me for the solo mode and then gotten their own copy of the game. So Court of Miracles, really, again, still really digging that one. Next, we got Kingdom Rush, one that I actually painted all of it. Again, another one of my top 5 games of the year. So you can see the review. Go check that one out. This is a really good game. If you like puzzles, if you like the tower defense genre, it is a ton of fun. And that brings me to the only one that was not in my top 5 games of the year. And that is not because Heroes of Tennefer is not a fantastic game. It is a fantastic game. I just happened to play this one a few more times than I played Heroes of Tennefer. And this is a game that I am doing a preview of. So I had to play it some, but I didn't have to play it this many times. And that is Pingyao First Chinese Banks. And this is a game that is already published in China, that and the expansion for it, which is called the Golden Pawner, which kind of mixes up how the game's played. Boy, howdy, let me tell you, that is a fantastic Euro game. I'm not going to spoil my review or my solo playthrough, which you can check out, but man, that is a fantastic game. I'm pointing to it up here, floating in the air, because I had to send off the copies that I had to another reviewer, and I'm super sad about it. But it's available on Tabletop Simulator. And those are the 5 games that hit the table the most last month. And now, let's do my last prediction of the year. What games do I hope I'm going to get to the table this next month? I don't think there's a chance I'm going to get them all, but we're going to try. So we'll start out with an old favorite of mine, that is Theurgy. I have been commissioned to do a how to play video. I have a couple of digital play dates with the designer just to kind of go back through, test some things out. I'm going to get the solo mode back to the table. And so again, this is one that's coming back to Kickstarter in January that I just think it's a crime more people don't know about this one. So Theurgy, excited to get that one back to the table. Next one is, I already mentioned this, I'm going to try to finish Jaws of the Lion. Might not do it, I'm going to try. In fact, I'm going to take this box, I'm going to put stuff in it. I'm going to take this box right out to my other table and put it down, set it back up so I am ready to go. I'm going to maybe, possibly, probably not finish. And then my last 3 are all still in the shrink wrap. So the odds of me doing it are slim, and one of them is probably impossible because it's 2+ players, and well, I don't have anyone to play with right now, and to my knowledge, there is not a fan-made solo mode yet, but hopefully someone will get on that. First one is one that my reviewer buddies have been raving about. Even the reviewers that I wish were my buddies, like Shut Up and Sit Down, who don't know I exist. Wow, that was very emo middle school of me, wasn't it? They raved about it, and that is Under Falling Skies. Now, I got to test an earlier version of this at Origins a few years ago, and I kind of forgot about it. But CGE sent me a copy to do a review of, and I am so excited about this. Also, I just have to say, for a tiny little box, it's heavy. I mean, I could fend off a small bear with this thing. The next one is a Kickstarter that just arrived for me, and I was really excited about it when I backed it. And it was a very long time ago. It was delayed. You know, Kickstarter, they're always delayed. And I haven't thought about it in forever until suddenly I got a shipping notice. I was like, oh, here it comes. Oh, cool. I'll have to see if I can get to the table. Then, of course, I can't get it to the table because it's 2 to 6 players. I got no one to play with. But maybe I'll take it out, play it two-handed or something like that. And that is Valor and Villainy, Minions of Mordak from Skybound Games. Yeah, and truth be told, I know there's a lot of dice rolling and moving around a board of cards. That's about all I remember. But I remember enjoying it. I like the art. I'm sure the inside's going to be gorgeous because it's a Skybound game. Though I did not get the deluxe. I'm very proud of myself. Last year, or this is back 2 years ago, but in the past 2 years, I've actually managed to not deluxe back a couple of games. Super proud of myself. And then the last one, this is the oldest game that I'm looking forward to trying. It's another one that showed up from CGE, and that was Sulkin, the Mayan calendar, which is an older game. So I'm really happy, I'm thrilled they sent it to me to check out and do a review of, because it's an older game. You don't often get sent old copies of games to review. But this is one that I've heard so many great things about. And I've always wanted to try it. Don't know anybody near me that has it. And every year I put it on my Secret Santa list, and it's always been sent something else. Not that I haven't been sent great things, but now I have it. Now I get to try it. And perhaps it's appropriate to play a Mayan calendar game at the end of 2020. So those are the 5 I'm hoping to play throughout the rest of the year. Will it happen? I doubt it, but maybe. And as always, everyone, thank you for continuing to watch. If you've played any of these games that I'm looking forward to playing, or played last month or whatever, let me know down in the comments. I'd love to know your thoughts on it, because those games, with the exception of Theurgy and Jaws of the Lion, I haven't played. I know almost nothing about them, and I'd love to know what you think about them. So, there you have it, folks. As always, thank you so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, share, all that jazz. It definitely does help in the long run. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.